Every 60 seconds, a digital millionaire is created. Using the power of the internet, you're now able to access an entirely new world of digital entrepreneurship and education at the click of a button, swipe of a screen, or FaceTime call. Digital education platforms have become the #1 go-to source for learning new skills and entrepreneurship development. The e-learning space currently generates close to $100 billion per year in revenue, and by 2025 is estimated to generate over $325 billion. Are you interested in how you could get a piece of the pie while leveling up your knowledge and entrepreneurship skills? What if you had the power to access the world's best educators in technology, real estate, Airbnb, Turo, transport, financial literacy, and other industries at the click of a button? What if all you had to do was turn on your computer, phone, or tablet anywhere in the world to connect with subject matter experts in a comfortable, self-paced environment, teaching you step by step how to claim your stake in that industry? What if you could skip traditional education, avoiding crippling loans and interest rates, while taking the shortcut to learning the skills you really need to establish the life you want? Would you be interested? Our digital learning platform delivers to you the best in digital education available online. Using our proprietary learning management system, we place the power of digital entrepreneurship and online learning in your hands. When you get started, you'll gain access to dozens of hours of video trainings, workbooks, and dedicated lessons built just for you. You can ask questions, test your knowledge, and learn how to apply your newfound skills in the real world. Our vision for the future is to have every top course around the globe available to you, on demand, whenever you want. But that's not it. At Envision U, we believe that health and wealth is a key factor in your pursuit of achievement. As a result of this belief, we've launched a new and innovative product line focusing on 3 pillars to optimal health and wellness: energy, weight loss, and sleep. 62% of adults around the world say they don't sleep as well as they'd like. 1 in 4 people struggle with chronic insomnia or sleep deprivation. It's also reported that most adults get less than the required amount of sleep per night. Is that you? Our Dreaming Spray contains 3 powerful ingredients to assist you with sleep and obtaining a good night's rest using a special blend of melatonin, valerian root, and GABA. Using this powerful trio has been known to produce optimal relaxation and assist with a healthy and natural sleep cycle. Almost 40% of people report feeling extremely fatigued throughout the day, without enough energy to perform daily tasks and duties at home or work. Does chronic fatigue affect you?
I'm Renee Knorr, model, creative director, founder of Global Women Wealth Warriors, Wellness Hub, and GW3 Magazine. I dedicated my life and devoted my career into helping women and girls to achieving their goals. I've been passionate about empowering women and enriching men. This opportunity in working with the Global Women Wealth Warriors have afforded me the pleasure of traveling outside of the country to be a support unit, most importantly, to help impact and change lives. Our ultimate purpose is to help others to become whole from finance, spiritual, mental, as well as physical. We know there are challenges and obstacles to get you to the next level. However, it's time for you to level up, boss up, and welcome to Power to Soar.
Clarity in regard to what it's like being not only a woman in business, but just being committed to your why. That's right, committed to your why. This is the first quarter of 2023. And as we're getting ready to jump right into April, we want to make sure that we finish off this month not only bolder, but also being able to reach our goals. How many of you guys had some really big goals, but unfortunately you weren't able to hit each and every last one of them? Well, you know what, guys? The month is not over. It's not over yet. So right now, I want you to go back and recommit yourself to what you know you need to do before this month ends. And I really want to say to the ladies that I'm getting ready to bring up, not only are they phenomenal, let's go ahead on and bring them up to the stage. Miss Malika Starr, who is one of our publishers right within the GW3, absolutely beautiful. She's a mother of 4, guys. That's right, a mother of 4. And I want you guys to tune into the link up at the top. I hope if it's possible, Dora Maria or Mary Lynn or even Christina, if we can put the link so therefore everyone can tune into us live. We're on YouTube with the Global Women Wealth Warriors, as well as we're on the Facebook. And then that way, everyone can truly see these amazing faces. So that's Malika Starr. And then we also have Miss Jayne Marquard, that's all the way originally from Kenya. However, Jayne is currently right now in Germany. And what an amazing pioneer she is. Malika, if you haven't already jumped into the clubhouse with the Breakfast for Champions, why don't you go ahead and do that? And then Jayne, if you're in the clubhouse, I'm going to bring you up onto the stage. So therefore, if you need to unmute so people can hear your voice, we'll do that as well, guys. We are super excited to be here this morning with the Breakfast for Champions, guys. We are looking forward to a dialogue that's definitely going to be transformational with these ladies. Why? Because, you know, bossing up in 2023, we know it's not always easy, but I just want to say this, guys. Not only am I grateful, I want to take the moment to celebrate you, to celebrate your successes. And for those that's in the clubhouse, I want to celebrate you as well. You know, your accomplishments thus far during the first quarter. Go ahead on and give yourself a high five. Let's give ourselves a high five, ladies. Yes, come on now. You know, we've worked hard, right, guys? We've worked hard, we've stayed focused, but most importantly, we didn't give up on ourselves. We didn't give up. Put that in the chat. I will not give up on myself, because we know that's what it takes in order for us to keep on building our empires. So we're going to talk about some of the goals that we were able to reach as a team. We're going to talk about some of the goals that even individually that you guys have been able to accomplish as well. You know, dedication. We know the commitment it takes, hard work. Those are some of the things, and even perseverance. We're going to talk about that, ladies. Malika, we're going to talk about that. In addition to that, you know, it's just a commitment. It's the commitment that we do each and every day. So Malika Starr, being a mother of 4, you look absolutely incredible. I just want you to know that. You're our publisher within the GW3 Global Club, and we just want to say thank you. Tell us, how do you do it, Malika Starr? Please share.
I just want to say, by the grace of God, that's it. That's because when I look at my schedule and all that I do and go through, is nothing but the grace of God. So the oldest 2 are actually grown and they are out of the house. And so I don't really have to focus them on much more, be a mentor, more of a friend now, because parenting adult children, as I'm learning, is a whole lot different than parenting those that are under 18 under your roof. And even that can be met with its own special challenges and needs as well. But just juggling it all, especially with two active teenagers. As you know, Brianna just finished track season. Makai is now playing golf. It is like busy, busy, busy. And in between, there are more and more clients being added to my portfolio. Like it is really, it's really good. Like I asked God for something and he's given it to me. And so now we are shifting to full-time entrepreneurship, and it's working. I just picked up another social media client. So I'm actually happy, and some ebooks are coming out this week. Like we are excited.
Absolutely. Love hearing that. You know, we all had to do a pivot, right, Malika? And the greatest gift is we all have our skills and our talents, but sometimes we had to do what during this process, we had to literally learn a new skill. And we're going to talk about some of those skills that we've been able to learn. And we want to be thankful for technology, because just think about this, Malika, because we've been talking about completing these books, but now with technology, it has truly fast forward us. And so we've been able to help others to truly reach their growth goals in a short period of time. And we're going to go into unveiling what are some of the actionable steps that we need to take. And I'll say this for those who are listening, especially those who probably are completing their ebooks or wanting to go into having their very own book. We want to go ahead and give congratulations to many of the authors thus far, like our Dora Maria. Let's put some hearts in the chat. Dora Maria. Yes. Let's also put some hearts in the chat. Let's go ahead on for our man himself, Mr. Ramon Ray. He's also an author. And look at Glenn Lundy. He's so inspired now as well to complete his task of becoming an author. You know, we also have very own authors within. Cassandra Webb, she's one of our incredible authors. And we know at the end of this month, we're looking forward to having at least 5 more authors to be completed, including yours truly, Renee Knorr and Jayne Knorr. We're going to be coming out with our book, which we're going to be releasing it for Mother's Day. Now, Miss Jayne, so proud that you are here with us. You've been world traveling, you know, from Kenya to Germany, alongside with working right there with Nancy Pelosi. How do you do it, superstar? And you're a glamour as well. Both of you guys are glamour. How do you do it, Jayne? Please share.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Renee. I actually miss this community so much. And, you know, how do I do it? I'll just say, like what Malika Star said, it's by the grace of God. You know,
I think there's a little bit of feedback. If you could turn the volume down so we can have clarity, because they are listening also with, you know, with the Clubhouse. So we want to make sure we have clarity there.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you, and just speak a little louder.
Now can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I was just say again, it's just by the grace of God. You know, sometimes some things you just find yourself doing it, but you have to have the grace of God and also the focus. You know, you've got to be focused, and you've got to be also aligned and love what you do. I think that's some of the things that really do inspire me.
I love that. You know, being that alignment with God, having that focus and that clarity, those are some of the steps right there in regarding to us being able to reach our goals. I love the fact that we know and we understand that togetherness. Can someone put that in the chat? Togetherness. You know, togetherness really helped, because one of the things we realized, you don't have to do things by yourself anymore, right, guys? You truly do not have to do things by yourself. And I would like for us to think about this, you know, while we've been able to celebrate women for the month of March, guys, this has been a powerful month within itself. We've been able to see women reach certain growth goals as well, you know, from not only with their finances, but let's talk about our health. Because Jayne, this is so important with you. Oh my goodness, you know, I too had to go through a transformation, guys. I've lost over 75 pounds. And in losing over the 75 pounds, the most important thing is for us to do what? Maintain it, right? maintain it, the maintenance part. And that's a process. But I'll say this, you literally have something that's so unique. I didn't really understand, certain foods can have such an effect on us, as well as we're getting wiser. Because, guys, I don't claim that other one with the we're getting wiser. We're getting wiser every year. So what are some of the steps, Jayne, that we should be making sure that we're preparing ourselves for in this life journey? Because that's something that's going to help us to maintain and stay successful as well. Please, Jayne, share.
Okay, Renee, as I was sharing with you, there's this program that I use, the metabolic balance, which has really, really, really helped me for the last over 15 years. I've been using it because of its sustainability. Because a lot of things that you eat, like you said, is that they could be harmful to us, or you could be reacting to it. There's some foods that we eat that cause inflammation. And for me, I wanted to find something, or rather a tool that I could use that would be sustainable. And this is how I found myself with the metabolic balance program that I've been using. So I don't know, what was the other question, Renee?
I was just asking in regarding to what are some of the actionable steps that we should do. One of the things I didn't realize, it seems as if every year it's a new type of either fruit, Malika Star, that we have to eat that's going to help us better with the digestive system. I think within the past 3 years, I've started eating more blueberries alongside with, right? You also, right? Blueberries have been at the top of the list. In addition to that, just even I just learned out about what is this other one? Oh my goodness. It comes in a gel formation, sea moss. That's it, sea moss. Had no idea about sea moss and all of the nutrients, as well as some of the things that was just important for us to take. And I noticed that in the past 2 years, we've just been more, paying more aware attention in regarding to our health. And when we're in our 20s and 30s, guys, we were just letting it go, right? Come on now, let's just talk about it. But now that we are in this crucial state and we see that our health is being more challenged, we have to really start paying attention more into what it is that we are eating, because we know that's one of the things that's truly whether we're eating the right things on the outside or it's going to be eating us on the inside. And I think that's something that you focus on in regarding to really understanding that chemical balance with yourself. So those were the questions I asked in regarding to maintaining our weight loss, our journey in that step, because we don't like to say diet, right, guys? That's something we don't like to say. It's more about a healthier lifestyle.
It's a lifestyle. Just to add on, Renee, again, when you come to that, we have blueberries, we have all those things. The other important thing would be also to have a personalized program that really identifies with you, because it's not everything or all the other fruits that are good for you. And this is why the program that I really work with is so really is really dear to my heart, because it's able to separate what are the things that are not really good for me. Because just like our fingerprints is you need to find a tool that is able to identify what is good and get a personalized food plan, including all the berries, the fruits, the fishes, and everything that we are eating.
Yes. Now, see, on Sundays, Malika Star, she's the best cook out there, okay? She usually comes together with her family, and oh my goodness, I have to sometimes also prepare myself for Malika Star and her cooking, because one thing she knows, I love eating salmon. I love eating fish, but then Malika Star try to put some of those other things out there as well.
Salmon on deck. I do, and in the freezer is always some kind of vegan, vegetarian sausage or hamburger waiting for Renee. Just in case she don't want to eat the gumbo or the fried chicken wings or the baked beans. I got some alternatives. It's just that she had to taste it a little bit. And Easter is coming up, Resurrection Sunday, so it might be some lamb chops. I know I'm getting all those non-red meat eaters right now. I'm cringing right now, but I'm gonna have to be some lamb chops for the holiday and some salmon.
Yeah, and some salmon. I must say, you do it as well. You do it as well. I'm just cracking up. But you know what? It's okay. It's about really finding what's really the balance for you, right? But I
It's
want
moderation. I
yes.
believe that it's moderation.
Yeah.
I'm one who I'm still a carnivore. You know what I mean? I still once a month, or I still have me a steak every now and again, but it's not something that I eat every day. Some days I just eat vegetables. Some days I just eat a salad. Some days it's just fish, or some weeks it's just fish or chicken, or you know what I mean. But I also know that at sometimes I have to cleanse my body. I have to fast and just really purify, just drink the water, just cleanse my body out and everything, and detox. Detox from the TV, detox from negative energies and stuff like that. So I believe that life has a balance to it, and if we play that balancing act well, or master that balancing act well, we come out ahead. Because I also know those times I deny myself a piece of cake. Then when the next time I taste a piece of cake, I want to eat the whole cake. So I feel like if I eat just a little half a cupcake, then I satisfy that sugar craving, and then I don't have to eat anything sweet for the rest of the month or for the rest of the week or something like that. So I have my moments. And being female, sometimes during certain times of the month, we want that piece of chocolate.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
You get those natural, desires to have. And I think if you moderate it, you don't overindulge.
Yes. Right. I agree with that. Yes.
And like if you have that glass of wine, you're not going to drink the whole bottle the next time you will have a glass of wine.
Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. We talked about how important it is for us to maintain. We talked about the everybody right now. What is so rare? Usually at 10 a.m. I'm not live with the Breakfast Champion, and everybody's right now calling. So it's like, oh, hold on, guys, hold on. But what I will say is, during the time of us making the transition, we want to make sure that we're also maintaining good health. We want to make sure that we're maintaining a good mindset, as well as, let's talk about this, guys, that self-care. Now, one person that we're going to be bringing up to the stage is Miss Janet Alvarado. And truly love Miss Janet Alvarado all the way from Las Vegas. Had the opportunity of embracing her. We Kids Jumpstart this year off, not only already with our mini tour, we've traveled to already Chicago, on to the DMV. We've absolutely kicked it off right there in Las Vegas with our very own Miss Janet Alvarado. And she's going to be joining us because she's going to talk to us much about why is it important as well for us to have the right type of why is it important for us to have the right type of self-care? And what does that mean in our journey as women, especially? How are you doing? How are you doing today, Ms. Janet Alvarado?
Hello, Queen Renee, Malika, and Jayne. How are you? Breakfast with Champions, our Facebook family. Oh my goodness. Today is an amazing day. And the topic that we're talking about is so important to talk about on a daily. Jayne was talking about the things we put in our bodies, the foods that we put in our bodies. Not just that, but what is it that we're putting in our minds? I'm all about mindset and changing our mindset. And we've been conditioned for so long to think a certain way. Society, social platforms make us look at ourselves in a different way, like we have to be a certain way. No, we have to be our original way, the way we were born, the way we were created. Because, this is what life's about. Change, uniqueness. Each one of us has a gift to share with the world. And when we get ego and fear out of the way, we're able to share those gifts with the world. Just like our Lord Savior, oh my gosh, praying at Forward Room, just getting out of there, just really inspired me and made me think, I am on this earth for a purpose. And my purpose, I will accomplish. So thank you, Renee, for this amazing platform. And having the GW3, oh my gosh, this club is who you surround yourself with too. You know, not just what we put in our minds or put in our bodies, but who we surround ourselves with. Are they uplifting us? Are they giving us purpose? You know, are they showing us our purpose? Renee, you do that for me. Queen Malika, oh my gosh, you did that for me when you told me that my story needed to be shared and that collaboration at its finest. This is what GW3 does, and I'm so proud and honored to be part of it. So thank you, Renee, for everything you do for us. Woo woo! This is Janet.
June,
Yes.
right? It'll be ready in June. We are working on it. It is going to be the best love stories ever told. To encourage people who have gone through broken hearts and broken relationships, that they too can find the love of their lives. Don't give up. And so we are working on that together. We got a couple more stories to come into that book. I am so excited about being able to collaborate and to give voice to people's story. And we have slots for other people. If you have a love story that you would like to share, like you went through a bad relationship and then a good relationship came, you can DM me to see if you can get your story into our book. We are working to have it done by June, to be released on my birthday, June 15th. So that's what we do. We get together. There's no competition in this arena. It is all about collaboration and uplifting and supporting our sisters and brothers within the space. And so I'm just happy to spend time whenever I can get together with Renee. It's always laughs and a great time and smiles. And whenever Janice gets to the East Coast, yes! And then I'm going to come out to the West Coast, yes! So that we can get together. It is amazing. And I have a passport, so I can go to Germany. You know, just say go.
Well, as it stands right now, we're preparing for our getaway destination in Kenya. Isn't that correct, Ms. Jayne?
Oh, yes, I can't wait to do that. I can't really wait to do that.
Yes. So here we
And
get
you're
ready.
welcome in Germany as well. You know, up the two worlds. So the
Welcoming in two worlds. Well, I want to say how proud I am of each and every one of you. Not only am I excited about the journeys that we have been able to encompass, as well as some of the opportunities that we've been able to learn just within the first quarter. I want to also thank some of the women who truly have laid down the foundation to really help women in building businesses, who help women to capitalize also in, you know, just their efforts. And I love the fact that when you think about, you know, some of our fearless leaders for 2023, you cannot help but think about Sarah Blakely, the founder of Spanx, right? Not only is she so proactive when it relates to women's businesses, guys, every year she gives over 1,000 women $5,000. That's right, $5,000 in a way of a grant to help women who empower other women to truly to keep on living your life. You don't have to be a nonprofit organization. You can be an organization for profit as well. But what she does as a leader and as a pillar in the community, she really allows women to keep on going forward, guys. That's what really started her with her beginning with Spanx, with her company. Someone poured in, they planted a seed into her company with $5,000, and look what she's been able to accomplish in such a short period of time. You know, another good company is the Honest company. And with that, the founder of Jessica Alba, I'm sure you guys know who Jessica Alba is, alongside with, she's just more geared towards the non-toxic and eco-friendly products. And I know, Jayne, you and I, we were talking about that whole sustainability, right? Guys, when you think about these ladies and their businesses, of course, we know Sarah Blakely, that's 1 billion. You know, she is one of our ladies that have hit that billionaire status. But even with the Honest company, they've already hit over $300 million. So we know for sure women are leading the way. Women are truly setting the skies on fire, but it's done through also collaborations, a lot of collaborations, and just elevating another woman in, just the space that they're on. It's always great for us to take on that opportunity to not only celebrate, support, but see what a sister may even need. Just over this past weekend, guys, we had the Women in Leadership retreat. And as I was sharing with you guys, Lisa Nicole did such a powerful, powerful segment in regarding to the bags. Some of the bags that we carry, and it has hurt us from reaching our true goals. When you think about what are some of the bags that you've carried, in just something that have pulled you backwards as opposed to push you forward, Malika, name one of the bags that you probably have carried.
Unforgiveness.
Unforgiveness.
It held me back for a very long time. Not be always looking in the mirror of and what they did to me. Oh, they didn't love me. Oh, they didn't support me. How many times you start your business and your people, your friends you thought were going to support you did not celebrate you. It made you feel a certain kind of way. Well, you still have to let that go and keep moving forward and celebrate the people that celebrate you, not disregard the people that didn't support. Sometimes we don't even understand that. Sometimes they may not have the resources or the wherewithal to always support. But I had to learn how to forgive those that did not show up for me and focus on celebrating those that did. Because when I look back over my life, those that supported me were a lot greater than those that did not. And those that supported me got blessed. So it's all how you deem life, but unforgiveness is a heavy bag to carry. And we think that, we can I'll forgive them, but I won't forget them. No, you got to forgive and forget, because you can't live your life living in the rearview mirror. And if you keep it in your memory, you also hold on to the emotions that go on with that unforgiveness. And so when we let go of grudges, we open the doors of heaven to pour back into us and to open up the doors. Would you not believe, I talk about this candidly all the time. I did not always get along with my brother, and now we're working together like wonder twins actively. But what if I was still holding grudges and holding on to unforgiveness? It would be damaging, and we could not grow. But just think the power of when forces come together, and sometimes we have to realize that the enemy of a life is there to steal, kill, and destroy. And if we hold on to unforgiveness, we're killing, we're destroying, we are making our paths hard. And one more story I want to say, I look at my pastors, Bishops Joel and Yolanda's people. At some point in their lives, someone tried to steal their church. A group of people tried to steal their church. And the main thing he said, we're going to love, we are going to forgive, and we're going to trust the process. Do you not know 10 years later, after the church was restored, it just was released on Monday that they will now be the presiding bishop and leadership over 1,400 churches. That's the power of forgiveness. They did not talk bad about the people that came against them. They did not persecute the people that came against them when they had every right to, every legal recourse. They could have came against those people. They let it go, and they forgave them. And some of those people have come back to the church. They have forgiven them. And now they sit at the helm over 1,400 churches in 50 different countries.
Powerful.
That's the power of forgiveness. I'm Malika Starr, you the mic.
Yes. Come on, guys. Let's put a hashtag, the power of forgiveness. That is something that truly, unfortunately, can hold a lot of us back. So thank you for sharing that, Malika. That was truly a gem within itself. And look what happened. The doors and the whole sky wound up opening up just because of that. So thank you. Miss Jayne, what is that one bag that you've been carrying?
I think that one bag is lack of confidence, comparing yourself with others, whereby you're walking around thinking everybody else is better than you, and that dims your light. So until you get to that point where you realize that you are yourself and that you've got your own calling, and you're here in this world for a purpose. So you need to get to that point and realize that God called you, and whatever you have to do is that don't compare yourself. You are you, and you've got your own calling. So you stand on your own powers and have that confidence. So that is one thing that one of the baggages that I've really been struggling with, or I struggled with. And most of the times I have to look at myself in the mirror and tell myself, Jayne, you know what? You look good today. It doesn't matter. You can enter into a room and the confidence in me is going to describe me before I even introduce myself. Let the confidence, when you enter, that the confidence in you will introduce you before you do that. But this is something that one has to keep on practicing and learning.
I love it. The power of confidence, having the power of confidence, and also realizing no way you should be comparing yourself, because the only person you compare yourself with is YOU. Keep appreciating that. Janet, what is one of those bags you had to drop off? What is one of those bags you have to release?
Oh my goodness. The big bag that was holding me back always was fear. Fear of what if, fear of failure, fear of rejection. Just fear can overwhelm you and keep you from accomplishing your destiny. So once you come, and fear comes within because of lack of confidence, insecurities. That's where fear is birthed from, lack of confidence, lack of self-love. So it all starts within us and within right here. And what are we saying to ourselves? Empowering words to ourselves, because nobody's going to come save us. We have to save ourselves. So when we start learning to forgive and taking those actions to never stop learning, to get better every day, become the better version of yourself. We can never stay the same. We're constantly evolving. We're nothing but energy. And we're going to get better if that's what we choose. It's all about what we choose. So I love this topic. It's amazing.
Yes, absolutely. Everybody put in the chat, I am powerful. I am fearless. I am enough. I am powerful. I am fearless, and I am enough. And you have to keep reminding yourself over and over again, I will not dare to compete with anyone else but with me. I would not dare to compete with anyone else with me. I would not dare to compete with anyone else other than with me. You know, guys, those are powerful words. Those affirmations, we have to constantly keep reminding ourselves each and every day, because unfortunately, we fall back into those habits. And because we fall back into the habits that we're comfortable with, we know the importance of pushing forward. And as we're pushing forward, we're going to be springing into our April. Okay, we're going to be spring jumping into April, guys. This month here, March, not only was it a strong month, it was a heavy month. It really was a transformational month as well. You know, once we finished with the whole bag exercise, we had tears running down our faces because we didn't even realize just how many of us were being tested all at the same time. Just know this, guys, when you're being tested, it's time for you to just stay there, stay put, but don't stay still. You stay going through the storm. Don't stop. You got to push yourself through that storm, and knowing that on the other side, that's where that rainbow is. That's why it's important for you to set goals for yourself. When you think about these ladies, let's talk about Rent the Runway. How many of you guys have absolutely seen Rent the Runway? I know for sure, Janet, you are familiar with Rent the Runway, the co-founder of Jennifer Hyman. You know, she had to push forward also. Fear, I'm sure that probably got into the place of her focus. But you know what? She didn't stay there, because she partnered up with Jennifer Lewis, and they both now have this whole Rent the Runway, where you can literally, when you get ready for those red carpet events, guys, when you need to go and be fabulous for an event, you can absolutely rent items from that red carpet while you have your Spanx underneath, okay? Guys, that company is right now gross over $100 million, guys, 100 million. So I even say this, guys, as we're preparing for the next quarter, how are you going to position yourself where you're stretching yourself? You're stretching yourself. You know, we're so comfortable with making like 100,000 a year, but how you position yourself so you can earn 1.2 million a year or even 1.2 million in 3 months? How can you position yourself? And these are not numbers that we just throw out there. These are items and these are numbers that can be attainable, right? Attainable. I just think sometimes when we don't position ourselves for those type of opportunities, guess what? We get comfortable with what we know. We put that ceiling where we don't really have a ceiling. Think about that, guys. When you look at how life is positioning ourselves, we understand we can break through any glass ceilings, okay? Any glass ceilings. So I'm going to ask you guys a question. What inspired you to start your own business? Because you all are entrepreneurs. And let's be, we got 10:38. Let's be, let's give everybody enough time to at least like 45 seconds. What inspired you to start your own business? And then that way I have a couple more questions for you. Janet, what inspired you to start your own business? Please share.
Thank you, Renee. Oh my goodness. What inspired me was having an aneurysm back over 2 decades ago. This aneurysm, it was a blessing in disguise. It opened up my mind to the fact that I was grateful. Gratitude came in, and that started my journey of entrepreneurship for me and my daughter as a single mom at the time. So never give up on those struggles, because those struggles are gifts within those struggles. Thank you, Renee.
Absolutely. Powerful, powerful. Miss Malika Starr, thank you for sharing. And I love your story also, Janet, because having an aneurysm, some people would just put a pause to everything. But you totally sprung forward. And you are just, I love holding on to you in Las Vegas. We got to hurry up and get back together, beautiful. I just love you. Malika Starr, please pour into the conversation.
I think life. I was retelling my story. We updated the Power 2 Marketing Services website, which is tp2marketing.com. And in there is my story of, I was just laying in the bed, pregnant. I was 40. I was on bed rest. And we were in the middle of a recession. And I was just like, scrolling through social media. I was like, let me make a group. And the group was to help people find jobs, right? Talk about making money. You make money helping people find jobs. Like people who are not entrepreneurs, know they are not entrepreneurs, know they are worker bees, help them find jobs. And I figured a lot of people could get jobs through their network. It wasn't always what you knew, but who you knew. And so we formed a Facebook group, and we've grown it over to 22,000 people just posting free jobs. Just not free jobs, but jobs for free, posting for free. And we even got recognition from Facebook about our story, but it also created it led to me forming the Power 2 Marketing Services, where I just created written content for other people, for their programs, shows, ghostwriting, letters for them on their behalf. So I've always been an entrepreneur. It's just that this was like my side hustle, and I'm writing resumes. It just all turned into it. It was birthed out of my passion to just be a writer.
Yes.
And so that's what happened. And as I started writing, more people would ask me to write even more, write more resumes. And then it turned into writing business plans. And then it turned into writing social media content. And so that's how we got there. And to glory to God. To the glory of God. That's all I can say. Is awesome. To the glory of God. I can't explain it all.
Well, that's congratulations, and what an amazing story. And you know what? We're grateful that you have been able to walk into your gifts as well. Miss Jayne, please share with us what gave you your start. I think you muted yourself, Miss Jayne. Unmute.
Am I?
Now we can hear you. As Miss Jayne is getting unmuted. There we go, Miss Jayne.
Oh yeah, I'm unmuted now. Thank you. Thank you, Renee. What inspired me, first and foremost, I've been working in the corporate for over 35 years. And sometimes, COVID was bad, but it was also an eye-opener. So 2 years ago, being in the corporate, it became a comfort zone. And during that time, I got into this moment where I visualized myself and I said, if this was my last day and I was to go to heaven, and then God showed me everything else that I would have done, and I would tell him that I only did one thing. I worked in the corporate, I worked in the United Nations, and that was it. That would have been a very sad story. So that actually inspired me to look into it and say, what else can I do? And I said, I needed to take the risk. And I said, if it's not now, then when? And if it's not me, who's going to do it? So I had to jump out. I remember going and, talking to my boss and telling him that I want to take early retirement so that I can go and try something else. And so what I started off with, this is why I looked at something that I loved. I had a program that I loved so much. And I said, I could teach it to others. And that's what inspired me, because it was something that I loved. And I love the risk that I took up to now. And that I can be also now, I can be able to at least to inspire even my other colleagues to tell them, in life, there's so many other things that one can do.
That's right. That is so true. Absolutely love that. I love the fact that you guys are risk takers. Coming from the corporate America world, guys, I was over working the 9 to 5. I always knew I was destined for something more. Didn't exactly know what it was, but I just really did not want to stay underneath the hem of someone constantly telling me what to do. And I really was that creative person. I think we have a lot of creative geniuses right here as well. And when you have that way of being able to be innovative and creative, you really cannot just be on lockdown. You have to become an entrepreneur. You have to be able to seize the opportunity and create your own way. I want to speak to somebody right now in the Breakfast with Champions. If you're creative, if you're innovative, and you're working for 9 to 5, find a way to find your passion, push forward, and make it into profits, because that's what I had to do, guys. My daughter was like, but Mom, you could go back for the bank. I didn't want to go back. I did not want to go back. Guys, you can work your way. You can work your lane, especially with technology today. We're going to talk about that, because technology has truly been able to transform so many people's lives in just how we used to do work and just how we used to do business. Nowadays, it doesn't take you long to do a book anymore, guys. You can literally spit out a book. And I said just like that, you can spit out a book in 48 hours. However, you may need to go back and clean it up. You may need to organize some of the formation of it. But now with technology, you can write out any and everything you were longing to do. Another thing, if you're not even sure about how to go about finding friends, oh my God, there's people everywhere. There's people everywhere. Put it in a chat right now. How many social media apps are there? Currently right now, we're on Facebook. We're literally on StreamYard. We're also on Clubhouse. Guys, what are some of the other outlets? You got Instagram. You also have Clapper. That's the newest one right now. Clap, clap. How many of you guys are on Clapper? That's one you want to definitely plug into. Let's talk about some other social media outlets that we have. What are at least 2 more I didn't mention? Twitter. Come on, let's keep it moving.
Pinterest.
TikTok. Yes. LinkedIn. Come on, give me another one.
It's really good if you are on the professional mindset. It is a great way to find collaborator.
Yes. LinkedIn, Twitter, TikTok. Yes. And what is another one?
Yes.
Give me some other ones.
A lot of us are sleeping on LinkedIn.
Pinterest. That's the one. Pinterest.
We have to.
Yeah, so Pinterest.
I see you, Renee. I see your mouth.
Oh, you don't see me? Okay, can you guys hear me? Pinterest is the other one. Yes, Pinterest is the other one. So guys, we have enough social media outlets that we don't need to sleep on ourselves on. So that's something I want to talk about. In addition to that, I want to make sure that you guys understand there's no more of being I just want to get by. No, it's time for you to stretch yourself, get out of the way. No more comfort zones. Okay, guys, there's no more playing it safe. Fear? Okay, what? We don't need fear anymore, Janet. Okay, just know where we're going, you are growing. Know where you're going, you are growing. So let's start putting some actionable steps in place. If you don't have enough followers following you, Guys, look where we are with the Breakfast with Champions, the largest breakfast table in the world, thanks to Mr. Glenn Lundy. And not only is it important for us to go ahead on and share the room out, let's make sure we are truly doing this, connecting with individuals in the room. Let's go ahead on and truly show some love to Dora Maria, show some love to Miss Christina alongside with Mary Lynn, who truly manages the process of the Breakfast with Champions. How many of you guys just in the morning send them a, how you doing? I'm so happy that you're here. Thank you for showing up. Guys, they do so much to keep us grounded. So let's make sure we're sending out messages to those who are doing more than you probably could even imagine, even with their own busy lifestyles. Okay, guys? A couple other things I want you guys to start doing is taking the time to exercise every day. Right. Taking the time to exercise every day. Why do I say every day? Because it should be a part of your regimen. Exercising really helps you not only to release some of the toxins, guys. We sleep every day, right? We have to drink water every day. How many of you guys went at least a half a day without drinking water? How was that? How did that make you feel? It made me, I'll tell you this, 2 days ago, because I'm always drinking water, but I could not find good water. And I said just like that, you can have water, but I mean good water where you can just feel the difference. Oh my goodness. I literally had to leave the house. I had to go up to the store to go find some really good water. Guys, let's make sure we are constantly replenishing ourselves with good water, guys. Constantly replenishing yourself with good water and taking those vitamins as well. So I want us to just kind of like talk about where we are right now. We got it's 10:49, and for sure this hour is almost up, but I want to just really focus on two more things. I'm going to ask you guys to provide some words of wisdom as well. You know, you all are finishing up with this month. We're excited about closing off the first quarter. That's right, the first quarter of 2023. You already see yourself now. Have you guys reached your goals for 2023 for the first quarter? A yes or no? Janet, have you reached your goals that you set aside in January that you started? Have you reached your goals since March? Yes or no?
I haven't completed the whole goal, but it's on its way. It's getting,
so that's a no.
It's getting finished, Renee. It's getting finished. So I'm so excited. I still got, 3 more days?
All right, 3 more days. Okay. Malika Starr, have you finished your goals for 2023 for the first quarter? Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes, see?
Yes. You know what? Yes.
Say yes. Okay. Jayne, have you finished your goals for 2023 for the first quarter, just the first quarter?
Well, I think I have, because I had said that I must certify as a metabolic balance coach, and I did in January. So I've already achieved that. I can say I have done that. That was the best.
Yes, okay.
Getting that certificate.
Say yes or no, and they come in the next
That's a yes,
right? That's not going to pull up in the court. See, what had happened was, that's okay. Well, guys, I want you to start really holding yourself accountable for yourself. That's really what this was about. Holding yourself accountable for what you say you're going to do, when you're going to do it, and by the time that you're going to do it. If you guys remember, in October, we already had that 90-day stretch, and we were going to be in January. And guys, woo! Janet, we did our growth goal. We were able to reach what we say we're going to do, when we're going to do it. And by golly gee, here it comes again. Our next growth goal is going to be in May. That's right, May. And May is right around the corner, where we will be in Orlando, Florida. And I like to say that, guys. You know why? Because I'm a big kid at heart. Malika Starr know when we're in New Orleans, we have our Minnie Mouse ears. I literally put my Minnie Mouse ears on the other day. Oh my goodness, guys. How many of you guys love traveling? How many of you all love traveling? Flash your mics if you are a person that loves to travel. Absolutely, guys. Well, this is the season right now. Not only do I want you to start redirecting some of your attention in how you're going to start pushing past your fears, pushing out your comfort zone, but being able to travel. That's something I want you to start documenting. Put in the chat where the places that you're going to be traveling to within the next 90 days. Let's put that in the chat right there, the Breakfast with Champions. If you're on the YouTube, put that on the chat where you're going to travel to in the next 90 days. If you're on the Facebook, put that in the chat where you're going to be traveling to in the next 90 days. I want to see where my travelers at. Where are my travelers? So far, no one's going anywhere. There we go. Malika Starr, she's gone to the DR. Texas, Gloria Bond, to work. Somebody said to work. Texas. Everybody should have at least in here. Dallas, Texas, South Carolina, Christina. That's all. Come on, guys. Let's push past. We got how many people in the room right now? We have over 53 people. Let's make sure we're sharing out the space. That's the first thing. But let's make sure we are pushing past our comfort zone, guys. Pushing past our comfort zone. So at least we know we have so many people, Christina, that's going to Dallas. We have Dubai. I love it. And Nairobi. That's what I'm talking about. Guys, challenge yourself. I want you to challenge yourself. You know, I really would love to see you do more travel. Why? Because when you travel more, it gives you the ability to build not only cultural, you get an opportunity of getting to know other people, but also it changes your imagination. It enlarges your vision. Guys, if you've been at home for the past 3 to 4 to 6 months and all you keep looking at the same old thing, it's boring. It is so boring, guys. Get on a plane. Just get on a plane and go somewhere. Just go somewhere. Even if it's somewhere that's not that far away, but just go somewhere. Watch what it does for you. It's not only going to release some energy, you're going to come back probably even more appreciative that you did. And for all my ladies out there and the gents, we got to do a better job with self-care. Self-care is so important, guys. I want you to not only make sure you're taking care of yourselves mentally, physically, internally, but also getting your sleep. You guys have to get your sleep because that's healing within itself. Remember, we're going to let go of some of those bags. How many of you guys are going to be dropping those bags off? The procrastination bag that, of course, as Miss Malika Starr said, that fear, not the fear, she talked about the forgiveness bag. Janet talked about the fear bag, the self-confidence bag. Guys, we're going to start dropping off some of those bags and we're going to start increasing some stronger positivity into our lives, increasing some activities that's going to stimulate our mind. Start learning a new language. Ooh, that's what I'm talking about. Learning a new language. So preparing your travels to other countries so you can learn a new language. Let's go to Paris, guys. Let's plan a trip to Paris so we can all utilize speaking French. All right. Let's learn also another new book, right? We love reading. So it's time for us to engulf into our reading, because one of the things we know about reading, it not only helps you to stimulate your vocabulary, it truly builds up on your imagination as well. Technology. We're embracing technology like none other, guys. Metaverse, NFTs, learning how to now start setting up your very own parcels within the metaverse. I challenge you to do that. I challenge you within the next 90 days to acquire property within the metaverse. I challenge you within the 90 days for you to create and have your very own avatar, because guys, it's not that hard anymore. Your very own avatar. Plus, I challenge and create you to start putting up more items within the metaverse that can allow you to do what? Also increase from the financial standpoint as well. Digital assets are going to be so important, not only for 2023, but I'm going to even push past that to 2025. Push past that to 2025. Digital assets, e-learning courses. E-learning courses, we know that has increased tremendously. And by the year of 2025, we're talking about up to $325 million, guys. Billion, I'm sorry, not million, but $1 billion. That's what it's already projected. Just right now, we know it's already reached over $100 billion. We're talking about over $325 billion. So I need to know what's your next e-course class. When are you preparing your own training course in that space? You know, those are some of the things that we want to make sure that you're doing. We're rolling out so many new items for April 1st, guys. April 1st. As we're closing off this year, we're closing off today as well. By the end of this month, that'll be the 31st, we will be meeting up at the Commerce Club. We're going to be celebrating women from right across the globe. Women, whether they're doctors, lawyers, mayors, alongside with politicians, guys. And yours truly, Renee Knorr, will also be receiving an award. That's right, an award from the 100 Women, $100 million project for women empowerment of what we do on an everyday basis. Not about just one every now and then, but this is what we do every day because this is our heart and soul. So I'm so grateful to be receiving that award. Thanks to Miss Diane Odoma. I'm looking forward to that. Thank you guys so very much. And then we know for sure April 8th, mark your calendar, the Global Women Wealth Warriors will be closing out the Women's Summit that's going to take place April 8th right there in Atlanta, Georgia, with the queen herself, Miss Regina Bell. That's right, Grammy Award winner, Miss Regina Bell. We have Miss Malika Starr that's going to be speaking. We have Lolita Anderson that's going to be speaking. We have Dr. Beetle that's going to be speaking. We have also Dr. Hightower that's going to be speaking. We have over 20 speakers, including an incredible fashion show, plus awarding 2 of our young underprivileged guys. I am so excited for everything that we constantly keep doing in the community, guys. So thank you so very much for being here, Miss Jayne Mallard, alongside with Miss Malika Starr, as well as the one and only Miss Janet Alvarado. Thank you guys so much for being here with the Breakfast with Champions with this special edition. Are you your results? Not only did we talk about it, guys, truly you guys brought about it as well. So we like to return right back into the clubhouse as we continue on with this incredible day. Today is Wednesday. It's a winning Wednesday, and we want to keep seeing you winning in your best way possible. So what we always say, make sure you keep your heads up, those shoulders back, because it's time to go blaze the universe. Why? The world needs another game changer, and that game changer is you. So thank you guys so very much for joining us for this week's episode, The Breakfast with Champions with the Global Women Wealth Warriors. Guys, woo, 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 woo. Let's go. Oh my goodness, Jack.
We'll see Alexander make up something to say, how are you? I missed you last week.
I know. I'm getting over COVID. I'm slowly but surely getting that. I went out to Secret Knock. It was amazing. Absolutely phenomenal event. So glad I was there. I got to hang out with my girl, Natasha. That was so much